Spoiler alert, your plants need light to grow. But when we're growing indoors, that can get a little bit tricky, seeing how we're the ones providing that light. In nature, Mother Nature is very generous with giving bright, powerful light for free. But when it comes to choosing our own light, how as indoor growers do we compete with Mother Nature? How do we select the right grow light? I'm going to show you guys some of the lights I've tried in the past and give you my opinion on them. Behind me I have an assortment of lights that I've tried and even some that I haven't, and we'll get to those in a little bit. But let's take a look at what I have. Here we have a fluorescent T5. I don't mind these at all. They're good for starting seedlings, vegetative growth. They're not awesome for flowering plants or fruit production. And of course you got a compact fluorescent, you got your LED bulbs. And these are okay too, but compact fluorescents, and same as the T5s, they do have to be replaced every couple years. Something like this Maisie, I think it's a 250 watt or 300 watt. It has a bit more of the color spectrum you're going for with plant growth as far as blues and reds. Over here we have the HLG 65. I had a chance to try these. I really like these boards. They're good for vegetative growth, starting seedlings. I actually had to dial them back a little bit in my setup because I found them to be too powerful for what I had them in. So I ended up, instead of having one driver per each board, I split up the driver between two boards, so ran them at half power, and I found it to be a lot more manageable. So what if you're a cheapskate and you still want to get into indoor growing, but you just don't have the funds and you want to spend as little as possible? Well, take a look at this. You can go to China and get yourself some goodies, or just order it online. These bulbs here cost me under $2 a piece, and they are plant bulbs and they are grow bulbs, and people just have nothing but great things to say about them. Wowee, so look at what we got. We got some LED grow bulbs that just screw into a regular socket. What's this one? Okay. So a little different. This one's got a bit of a heat sink on it. This one does not. So I don't know. I don't know if one's better or not. And then what do we have in this one? It's a bit of the same thing. These are the same, and check out this grow strip light. Wow, that looks awesome. So why don't we plug these in right now? Why don't we see how well this is going to do and what kinds of awesome savings you're going to get by using these lights. So behind me I've got a bit of a contraption set up, so that's going to allow us to do some tests. Now I'm not in the lab coat, so these aren't going to be scientific tests, but it should give us an idea of what these lamps can put out. And I'm going to use a power meter and we'll take some readings from those. So just checking the ambient lighting around here, we're looking at about 6, 7 micromoles. And when it comes to seedlings, I feel like you would want to be around that 150 mark, maybe 200. And then once that plant is growing, you can really dial it up and go from there. I will start with the China #1 bulb. And then we'll go with China #2 bulb. So we'll put that in. All right, we are set. Help! I'm blinded by the light. All right, so we are now roughly 8 inches away. We're set up here. Let's see with the light off what kind of reading we're getting. So lights off, we're at a 10. And that's because I probably moved the camera around, the light shining on it again. But let's turn on the bulb and let's see what we get. So So we went from 10 to a 14.5. We'll give it the 14.5. So this is 8 inches away. Not impressive, to say the least. It's more of, I don't know what you'd call it. If you just want to impress your friends a bit and say, check out this grow bulb I have that probably does absolutely nothing. But it's maybe just the bulb we have. We have that other one, so we'll try that too. So this other one looked quite similar to the last one I pulled out. The sun went behind a cloud right now, so we're like 6.2, but let's turn on that bulb. Oh, whoo! 12, 13. Sun's coming back out though. I'll turn it off. Okay, now we're back around that 10 mark. So 13. So about the same as the last one. So it's probably the same bulb. So let's move on to bulb number 3. Okay, so this is, we tried China number 1. Tried China number 2. This is China number 3. This one looks more serious. It's got the fins on it. It has the heat sinking fins. So this one I feel like means business. So let's fire this one up. All right, about a 9. We'll say about a 9.5. Let's turn it on. Ooh, oh. 63. I guess you could grow something with this, unlike the last one. I'm gonna move it super close. Yeah, even from a few inches away, that's 370, 275. You know, that's not too bad. You might be able to do something with that. You know what, I'm curious now. Let's see what kind of wattage this thing draws versus the other two we tried. So we are plugged in so we can see what kind of watts this thing is drawing. And if we take a look, this one's pulling about 4 watts. So not a huge consumption there. And you know, we've seen some results, but let's try those first 2 that we had in there. I'll plug those in. All right, so I got China number 1 plugged in, and we're going to turn that on. And okay, it's 1 watt versus the 1.2 versus the 4 from China number 3. So yeah, China number 1 and 2, no good. China number 3, well, at least if you spent $2 on that bulb, you might get what you paid for, but as far as those first 2, you are not getting anything that does anything except for look blue and red. All right, so we have one more we haven't tried yet. This is the long tape light. This is a grow light. They assured me it was a grow light. This one we'll call China number 4, and let's plug this in. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. All right, so have no fear. I have the solution with me. We're good to go now. So let's turn it on and see what kind of draw we get from this. So about 8 watts. And check out this grow light. Look at this thing. It's like Christmas, but for your plants. Very colorful. Let's see what the power meter says about this one. All right, so I'm just gonna hold the power meter over top. We're about, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches above the light. And we got a 4.5 on the power meter. We'll turn it on. Jumps up to about a 13.
13. So I don't think one of these is gonna do much. Maybe if you had about 20 of them all hooked up, you might be able to grow something under these. But this is kind of like, it's more of a toy, or it's more of a Christmas decoration than grow light. It does look neat, but you won't get much out of this. In case you didn't see my review on the HLG65, just for comparison to these Chinese grow lights, let's plug this in and see what kind of numbers we get. So we plug this in. We can see it's drawing about 65 watts, hence the name HLG65. But let's check out some numbers on the power meter. Again, ambient light in here, we're about a 5.2. And there's nothing really scientific about this one. Power meter is about a foot away from the grow light. And we go all the way up to about 500. So that's more what you would want from a real grow light. So we looked at a few lights, we seen what was good, what wasn't. What I'd like to see is something like this quantum board, but bigger and kind of more affordable to the average consumer. And I think that, oh, hold on, somebody's at the door, just 1 second. All right, I wasn't expecting this. It looks like we got a package here. It's not from China though. It's from Cody over at NukeHeads. Let's open this up and see what's inside. This is definitely not from China. This is from the good old USA, Colorado. Let's take a look. Let's open this up and have a little peek. What? Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. If this is what I think it is, oh my. Check this out. Customized. Let's check this out now. Oh yes. This is a gamma blaster. This is a light. This is a light. This is what you want to grow with. It comes with a certificate of authenticity. I am going to carefully get in here. I'm going to take a look at this certificate. All right. This is a NukeHeads certificate of authenticity. All right, so let's read this certificate. It says, this certificate of authenticity comes with every hand-built light we make. We hereby declare this light NMIC, not made in China, and proudly state 100% designed and assembled in the United States of America. By this grow light, you no longer must hope that your investment on a grow light was justified. With this light, you know every cent spent of your hard-earned dollar will come with no regret. We guarantee it. Your light was hand-built in Colorado Springs, Colorado, United States of America. Signed by the man himself, Cody. Let's open it up. All right, so I'm gonna carefully open this thing up, not to damage it. I know that Cody has spent a lot of time on this light, and he's on YouTube too. You go check him out at NukeHeads, and he's done a lot of tests himself on this light, on the LEDs used in this light, and that's something that's really cool. This guy has really tried to put something out there that is good quality. If you go to his channel, you can see the work he's done with it. He's even engraved his name there. I love this logo. He's got the Howtohydro logo on the board. So cool. And
looks like right out of the box. Right out of the box, it's ready to go. We got some clips in here too. I'll pull those out and we'll take a look. Oh man. Check this out. I don't know if you can see that, but it's even got the Howtohydro on the hanger clips. 2 sets. Wow. Very cool, very custom. Cannot wait to try this thing out. I think we're gonna move this to the grow tent. So some of you might remember the grow tent from last year. I did have a chance to run it and try it out. I will probably make a few changes based on that for this year, but this will be the new home for the Gamma Blaster. Sorry that I was not able to make a lot of videos last year, bringing you guys along for the grow tent, but this year maybe we'll try something different, and I'll see if I can put out some more videos of that. But let's see if we can fit that Gamma Blaster in here. It's a pretty big boy, and it's not a huge tent. So let's see how it goes. The thing about these flat panels is you can get them a lot closer to the top of your tent than you could an HPS or a metal halide. So this is really nice, and we are ready to bring these up. You know what? I probably should have put the ratchets from the top instead of from the bottom. But we'll just keep going for now. So we'll leave it about there. It's pretty high. You know, that was really easy to get in there. And I think we are ready to plug it in. I'm a little bit nervous, but let's do this. All right, so this is the first time plugging in the Gamma Blaster from NukeHeads. So here we go, and 3, 2, 1. Oh, yep. Holy cow, that is bright. So I think this thing is gonna work. I really do. It's putting out a ton of light. Let's check it out on the power meter. All right, let's get some measurements here. We're gonna start down at the bottom from where the light is. It's about 3 feet. So 3 foot down, we're looking at 450 par. I'm gonna move up to about the 2 foot mark, and we're already 650. Let's keep going up to about the 1 foot mark, and we're over 1,000 here. And if we went 6 inches, closer to about 1,500. So that's pretty impressive for this light. So I'm impressed with this thing. Compared to like your metal halides and your hypersodiums, you can get this thing pretty close to the top of the tent. You will probably need a fan or something blowing over top of this thing, because it does put out a bit of heat. You think LEDs and you think, okay, not a lot of heat generated, but these things really do. And man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to try this thing with a grow. So we'll see how this does. Pretty stoked about it, pretty easy to set up, and I want to thank Cody for sending it. Totally awesome, man. Love it. All right, so there you have it. You have seen some of the grow lights that I'm using, some of the grow lights available, and some of the grow lights that are just new out there and ready for you to check out. So I want to thank Cody again. Please check out his channel, NukeHeads, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. And one more thing, legislation in this country has changed since the last video I made. So I have a poll on the channel. Please check it out and please submit your opinion. I do care about your opinion, so check that out too, please. Really interested to see what you guys think. And again, hopefully there'll be another video soon. Thanks for watching.